This Nigeria election, it has spread. It is no longer local. It is international now. There are a lot of foreign bodies that are interested in this election. The United Nations, foreign observers, the United States, EU, they are all interested in this election. They are telling Inec to do the needful before it is too late. United Nations, they have arrived Nigeria. They said this election is not just going to go like that. The truth has to be told. Inec, you cannot fool Nigerians and believe that you will fool the whole world. The international body, observers, United Nations, they are interested in Nigeria. They are interested in this election. They said, no, this cannot continue. This will not ever be. That is just what it is. You see, when INEC came up with this gentleman's agreement, it got a lot of Nigerians and, of course, Nigerians in diaspora, people who were talking about breakup of Nigeria, and many other people, foreign observers. It got them kind of hooked. They thought INEC was going to do the needful with the Naira swap policy and many other things that came up. People felt that, wow, this time around, we are going to have a credible election without rigging, election without vote buying, election that is credible. But unfortunately, INEC decided to do old school. You know what INEC did? INEC said, according to their policy, according to the constitution, according to the law that backs up their institution, they have the right to determine what mode of transmission, either manual, semi-manual, automatic, digital, whatever way, electronic, whatever. They said they have the right to do it. And this kind of created this lack of trust amongst Nigerians. And people are like, you know what? Let us compare the votes in our own unit to that INEC eventually called out as the vote. And they realized that there are a lot of discrepancies. They realized that some votes were swapped for the other. And it's like, come on, what's going on here? Now, this has prompted international observers, United Nations. They say, no, enough is enough. We will not accept this. We have to be part of this. It is no longer Nigerian thing. It is now United Nations thing. They are interested in it. They say, this is why we are created, United Nations. We are created for this. And we have a branch that goes into countries to dig into what. INEC is being asked to bring out the beavers. INEC is being asked to produce all database, everything that connects to this election, presidential election. INEC is being asked to bring it. They say, we want to check it out. We want to find out what really happened. Did APC win? Or Labour Party won? Or is it PDP? We want to make everything plain for everyone to see. This is what they are demanding. Let us listen to them. Let us listen to them, because you might think this is a joke or we are just making this up. Let us listen to them. And before then, do not forget to like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. This is how you can help this channel. Subscribe, like, share this video. Let us listen.
Care of. The fact of the matter is that what was supposed to happen, and again, we are not partisan, NADECO is not partisan, but it appears as though the process, and that's what nations, that's what a democracy is. That's the greatness of America, is the process. It's not the people, it's the process. It's not the result, it's the process. How our government works, how our elections work. And the process of this election in the 2023 Nigerian presidential elections appears to be fundamentally flawed. We believe, NADECO believes, that the February 25 to 26, 2023 election, the results, the hasty announcement of the results, are fundamentally at odds with the Nigerian election laws. And as Dr. Ogebi said very clearly, they didn't just violate rules, they violated their own laws. INEC glorified their efforts to make this the cleanest, the purest, the most transparent and fair election in Nigerian history, in African history. And yet They violated every single fundamental tenet in every single law. They instituted the bimodal voter accreditation system. You've heard about that, the BVAS. All that is, make no mistake about it, there's a lot on the internet that seems to people want to believe that when you voted with the BVAS that recorded your vote and your vote was sent somewhere and it went to a server and it was tabulated and somehow Tinubu or the APC were able to hijack that electronic signal. That's not what happened. It was more pernicious than that. It was more old-fashioned than that. All the BVAS does was gave you two modes of identification, both your card, you put your voting card, your PVC in, and it also did your fingerprint and face identification. But it failed. And the reason BVAS was important is so that people couldn't vote more than once. Vote early, vote often. The reason it's important is so people could not vote that had fake cards. And on the issue of the PVC cards, Inec announced, this is Inec themselves, said that there were 87.2 million PVC.
To further push this home, NADECO, a group that was formed 1994, it's a coalition group, National Democratic Coalition Group, further asked that INEC chairman should step down. He should be sacked. And this is a very important one because Bola Ahmed Tinubu used to be part of NADECO. Let us hear what they have to say.
I join my voice to what NADECO has said today. The INEC chairman needs to resign for once again betraying the trust of the Nigerian people. The United States government should not dignify the travesty that has occurred by legitimizing illegitimate rulers. And most importantly, we must not fail the young Nigerians who came out in droves in the sun and put their fate in their own hands, that they wanted to rescue their country from bad leadership, only to be abused and misused in this manner. So I call upon the government of General Buhari, if he has any dignity and if he has any aspirations to any legacy whatsoever, to salvage Nigeria from the travesty that has occurred in the sham elections that held. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. Did you hear? Did you hear what the United Nations is saying? Did you hear what international observers are saying? Did you hear what the United States is saying? We are talking about the European Union. They are interested in it. United Nations said, this is our job. This is what we are called for. This is why we are here. We have a department that deals with this. We go to nations. We investigate. We want to find out. INEC produced to us the beavers. This is no longer Labour Party asking for the beavers. This is no longer PDP asking for the beavers. It has nothing to do with Peter Obi. It has nothing to do with Atiku. It is now international. It is now neutral. Bring the beavers. United Nations, they want access to the beavers. They want to find out what happened. Who voted for who? Because we started hearing that votes were swapped. And they want to ask INEC chairman, are you the one that instructed them? Are you the one that wrongfully pronounced? Or maybe you need some to change your eye, something to see very well. Maybe your eyes didn't see it very well, or you didn't hear it very well. They say they want to find out. Now, do you know what happened? People started comparing votes, the total from each polling unit that has been collected amongst themselves. They wanted to hear what the final declaration would be. And of course, people are not stupid. You wrote down 500 for a particular candidate. The other candidate, you wrote 200. And all of a sudden, you realize that what you wrote, they now swapped it. They gave 500 to the other party and retained 200 for the person that got the party that got the highest vote. And you are like, seriously? Yes. Everything looks good. It looks okay. But the party name is different. This is what they are talking about. This is what people are beginning to talk about. They say, no, this cannot continue. And this prompted international observers, prompted the United States, prompted the United Nations, prompted the EU, prompted international observers. They said, look, we will be requesting for the beavers. INEC, produce the beavers. We want to find out. your IRF, wherever it is hosted, anywhere it is hosted, we want to do forensic analysis of it. This is a neutral body. Neutral. We are not talking about people with vested interest in who won or who did not win. They say we just want to make sure that Nigerians finally find peace of mind. Nigerians finally realize that the votes that they casted did not go in vain. People want to know where they invested their time, money, and effort. When I say money, I'm not talking about vote buying. I'm talking about your resources. Do you know how much billions of naira Inec got, borrowed money that they invested into Inec for them to carry out this election? And they are still going to carry out another election soon. So they say, no. We don't want repetition of the same thing. This one, we must see to the end of it. We want to see to the end of it. Very important. Yes, very important. And I kind of applaud this. This is the right step to go. It is no longer business as usual. Bring out the beavers. Bring everything out. We want to compare. After all, you hear what he said. He said, this is simple mathematics, simple arithmetic. We all went to school. 1 plus 1 must be equal to 2. If 1 plus 1 now equals to 3 or equals to 1, we want to find out what are the factors that made or created that shift. That's all. That is all. I don't think this is too much for INEC. If you are truly an institution of integrity, respond to this neutral body asking you to produce what you claim you have. Let us compare it together. Let us do analysis. End of story. What are your thoughts about this one? Let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new here.